Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk about a story I seen yesterday prior to the live stream. And speaking of live stream, I appreciate everybody that came out to the Storytime live stream last night. We had us a good time, and thank you so much for attending. But I want to talk about a story I seen yesterday I didn't have a chance to upload. And it's a story out of Bayonne, New Jersey, shout out. And it's a video of kids jumping, 5 kids, it said, jumping a kid in the street, high school kids. And, you know, them beating on this kid, it's a bad thing, which you'll see in this video. But what's even worse is an old lady who was a teacher came and tried to break it up, and had to wind up throwing her body on this student that she didn't even know to save him from this onslaught against these people that were fighting on him. I want you to pay attention to the surroundings, in addition to how the lady throws her body on this kid, and just how people just sit around and just, it's crazy. What's even more crazier is, like I said, you know, they can do this in public and think it's okay. Take a look at this mess.
Talk about a teacher's instinct kicking in. A New Jersey educator saw a student being attacked by a group of other teens and used her own body to shield him. Her daughter tells Alicia Reed her mother didn't hesitate to step in. And we want to warn you, the video is disturbing to watch.
Dramatic video shows a boy being stomped, punched, and dragged by a group of teens. Onlookers stand around and watch. Kathy Hurley did the opposite.
The fact that this poor child was really brutally attacked just has her very upset.
Hurley tries putting her arms out, but is ignored. Then the special education teacher places her body on top of the victim, also covering his head to protect him from further harm. At one point, police say the victim was unconscious.
So it's not really until she kind of takes his head into her arms that there's any type of reaction or stopping from the attack.
It happened outside Shemin Midtown Community School on Tuesday. Within 2 days, police arrested 5 teenagers and charged them with aggravated assault, endangering an injured victim, and rioting.
It's really a vicious attack. I can't imagine, you know, just standing there.
So far, the school superintendent hasn't responded to our request for comment, but Frances Sealski says she isn't surprised her mother used her body as a shield, saying the former EMT and devoted grandma has always stood up for the underdog.
It was instinctual. She would absolutely jump in and do whatever is necessary, obviously, to save someone's life. I just think that she's acted as an angel in this instance. And, you know, it's those people that are really ordinary Joes that end up saving and making the biggest impact.
Hurley's daughter says her mom returned to work the next day to tend to her students. And although she is getting a lot of attention from this incident, she says she's laying low because what she did was a no-brainer. In Bayonne, Alicia Reed, CBS News, New York.
Seen that disgusting footage, man. It's never good when you see people doing that type of stuff in public. And it's just feral actions from feral children, in my opinion. You know, they ran off like it was nothing. Luckily, they didn't strike this woman, but I mean, if you took and paid attention to the scenario and the scene, you seen people in the background just looking and videotaping with their phones. Hell, that was a videotape on the phone that somebody saw. Woman old as can be. You know what I'm saying? And they say she's a teacher, and I give her respect. I give her respect for 2 reasons. Number one, I couldn't be a teacher because I couldn't deal with the way kids are nowadays. Number 2, thing about being a teacher is these are people that actually care. They want to teach. They care about education. They care about other things. Don't get paid that much, but they still get up and go to school every day and do their thing. Even if they might have problem children in class, they still have a duty to, you know, educate those that sometimes don't want to be educated. Either way, man, the woman was outside of school and she was walking and she seen they were kids. She know they shouldn't be acting like that. She tried to do something as best she could. It's crazy. The one dude was just walking by. And I mean, I can understand that too, because people are fed up with the silliness. But I mean, you don't know what the situation was about. But I mean, for them to be able to feel as though they can do that with a bunch of adults looking and feel as though that's the normal way of doing things, something's wrong out here. Something is definitely wrong out here. And it's sad seeing that type of stuff. You know, you got 5 people beating up one person. To me, looking back at that always been coward shit. And then they're kicking this person in the head and in the body, like, you know, stomping down as hard as they could. Like, I mean, you're not trying to just beat somebody, you're trying to kill somebody. I think they should all get attempted murder. For real, anytime you jump somebody, as cowardly as that shit is, you should get an attempted murder charge, because anything can happen. I've done story after people fighting and people getting hurt. I did the story about the one girl that was fighting the other girl, and the girl hit her head on the ground. She went into a seizure and was still getting beat, while the kids just jumped around and laughed and stuff, and then wound up running off. This girl's still recovering from that. That was what, last year? It's some craziness out here, and it's like we now we're not even raising children. It's like, the way I look at it is, a lot of crimes you see in a lot of these younger people that are coming up, not all of them, a lot of these younger people that you see coming up nowadays, it seems like they were just born from the womb and they were just given the minimum essentials to socially survive. And that's just how I see it. Stuff like this should not happen. I'm from Jersey, shout out. And I mean, come on. The beat downs in the street, the taking something that ain't yours, the robbing people and all that stuff. It's like no respect at all nowadays with the way things are done, and like nobody cares. Then when you say something about it, with this new mindset, a lot of times people will come at you for saying something that's common sense. It's no way that old lady should be out there trying to stop that stuff. That type of stuff should be frowned upon. They just ran off like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's sad. This whole thing is sad, just seeing this type of stuff, and it's heartbreaking seeing it. That's why I dedicated my channel to talking about craziness and all this other stuff, not just to get views, because I care about it. Somebody got to talk about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. And in closing, let me say this real quick. Everybody does stuff when they're young. We all did stupid stuff. A lot of times it was individually. We did stupid stuff without thinking. But now, a lot of times you seeing people do some of the stupidest stuff. It's a thought process behind that. Seriously, it's a thought process behind that. Nowadays, it ain't no more one-on-one fights or disagreements. Now your problem becomes somebody's problem and all their other friends' problems. I'm sure whatever that person did, if he did anything at all, or it was just a random case of bullying or whatever, all of a sudden, whatever that person did offended a whole bunch of people and not one. Then it's like nobody want to do good no more and want a good environment to live in. Everybody wants chaos, and you're starting to see it. That shit is unacceptable. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.